Yeah, exactly. Is now winning with less effort, and that's, yeah, and that matters.
It is important. I think holding center, 2015 was kind of primetime flashiness when everyone was wanting to do the cool thing.
Yeah.
Now it's what can I do to ensure victory?
Exactly.
And I respect that. Going for the W, never a bad thing.
If that means, hanging on the top platform for 3 minutes, so be it.
Why not?
A win is a win.
All right. Excellent patience there, just hanging down, waiting for him to come from the top platform. A little heavily broadcast by B. And Arsenal takes first stock.
Trades with the edge guard, that's not a problem when you take stock.
Yeah. All right, this is the Waveland out of Shine. Great power shield. Okay. Ooh, good Shine back air there.
So Bagels has been employing lasers throughout the whole match, but it looks like he's using them to control space, and not a whole lot of them are landing. So it'd be interesting to see if he finds more success with that throughout the match.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. For the display, it's actually a player named Bagels from Missouri. It looks like there was just a bit of misinformation from our laptops. So we'll go ahead and represent him properly. Great catch there. Singing out there and covering all options. He couldn't have faded back to Phantasm. He didn't have time to drop. Great fade back. This is probably where Arsenal finds most of his money, is being patient, trying to make it to where the other person has to come in on him, because he's a very defensive fox. He knows when to pick his battles and find his moments.
Yeah, and we saw, him being very careful with spacing and very careful with controlling the pace of the match, and then going in for an aggressive shine on match, and that's,
Okay, so Bagels is for the next match, but it hadn't changed. Again, our mistake.
Yep.
So it is B from Alabama.
Okay, here we are.
All right. Laptop is a little bit there, but all right. Yeah, just holding on, using platforms. I like that, stuffing out any short hops for a laser. If you can catch Falco on the front side of the laser, you can stuff him out hard. The issue is more often than not for most characters getting in there, but if you're Fox McCloud, no problem.
So B trying to kind of throughout with the deficit, trying to position himself above Fox, trying to avoid the mingling the neutral. But kind of having trouble getting in.
Yeah, the issue that happens when Falco doesn't take up residence in what I call the corridors.
Yes.
You have your levels of each stage. Is that he is susceptible to being attacked from the side a lot.
Yeah.
And so,
really good string though.
Yeah, cooking off a little bit there. Great shine out of shield. All right. Interesting hit there. All right, carrying off pretty nicely here. Running past him.
Both players being extremely conscious of their spacing, not getting too close.
All right, follows through on platform. Tried to cover the initial mistech on that one, but he caught the roll in. Wow.
That was nasty.
Luffner is so good.
Arsenal's looking pretty commanding in the first game.
Oh yeah, he's always been one of those very technical foxes where he's fast, he's clean, doesn't tend to drop too much. And
I feel that really does shine in, spacey matchups.
It can only go so far, but his neutral has leveled up massively over the course of these last few months.
Interesting choice in counter pick, but not something I disagree with. I really do think in the year 2018, stage selection really depends on playstyle rather than character matchup, because the idea that Dreamland is bad for Marth. If you play a patient Marth, maybe they want space to move around. I really do think it's less character spread, more the player.
I've seen Marth's timeout Peaches on Dreamland. I don't think it's and that is the Falco special.
That'll do it.
Phantasm just doing it right up. One thing Arsenal's isn't really doing too much of is eating a laser and turning around and up tilting, kind of stuff that initial approach. He is mostly just playing forward with shield and working from there. Yep.
Arsenal's had extremely clean edge guards throughout the entire set.
Yeah, well, the thing about Falco is that you can almost flowchart after certain distances.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like a heat map of what you can actually get away with. Ooh, this pressure. That was a perfectly timed roll, though. That's so good.
B getting stuck in Shine a few times when he's holding center, and usually getting punished pretty hard for it.
All right, good catch. One thing I'm also noticing, spooky.
A little early on the commit there.
All right, that'll be that. One thing I'm noticing from Arsenal is he is dropping some of his jump cancel grabs. He had a chain grab earlier that started off, and then he's just kind of whiffing some of these grabs as well, so he's getting that long, drawn-out animation for it. Yeah, I think B is finding comfort with space here.
What's that?
I think B is finding comfort with his space here.
Yeah, interesting. It'll be interesting to see if there is a game that maybe I haven't seen a lot of chain grabs, haven't seen a lot of follow-ups off of that, but this would be pretty successful and just kind of duking it out in neutral.
All right, yep. Catches the shield drop, should be able to go ahead and find it back here. Has an opportunity to live here. Yep. A little late there.
Right idea, but just slight timing.
Excellent. Yep.
Hey, let's close off anyway. So much stronger showing from B this round.
There's that. That'll take that stock. Minute is Fox Falco. Anything goes, anywhere happens. So we'll see what it goes. Great laser reset. Yeah, I think the big thing here is that B is not nearly committing as hard every time he's going in. He'll more often than not get a hit and then just drop it, immediately running back and saying, I can take the time, I don't have to do anything, I've got the lead. It's fine.
Exactly. It's really interesting to see, how much more patient and how much more comfortable he is with the lead on a bigger stage.
Yeah.
You don't see him running nearly as much.
Yep.
Far more lasers.
Gotta smash that B button in. Great power shield. Not quite able to get the down tilt out like he wanted.
Ooh.
Great movement here.
Nice touch.
Follow throughs. Not sure what happened there. Probably going to cover a tech chase, but
sometimes you gotta go for it.
yeah. All right, he's looking a lot better right now. See, the issue here comes where what happens when B gets a little too predictable.
Yeah.
I think this is where it's starting. Arsenals is going to pick up on this laser pattern and maybe seal it in for himself.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a change of beat from B this round, but or this game. But it looks like Arsenal's kind of adapting, is kind of figuring it out as he goes along. And in game 3, that's kind of what's going to count.
Yeah. All right. Oh. All right. Great thunders there, just being able to sink it in. And here comes platform tech chase into up airs.
Scary situation.
Yeah. I mean, Arsenal's is one hit away from dropping into game 3 right now. So he needs to be very particular. Soft hit in air, or back air, pardon me.
Once again, kind of hanging out the top platform.
Yep, thinking to go ahead and roll away.
Ooh.
Catches him, and that'll be that. Arsenal's pulling through and pushing his way further into bracket.
Very impressive showing from both players, though. And, he definitely fought his heart out on Greenland.
Yeah, he managed to use that space, convert it into a lot of just, maybe if I can just chip away, just keep going,
and that's
pushing.
Even though that's such a hard mentality to play a game through, but if it works for you, and especially if you're playing someone who's willing to rush you down, who's willing to run at you if you do wait long enough.
Yeah, it's funny because I talk to a lot of mid-level players, and more often than not, the Falcos will say, Fox runs me down. And the Foxes will say, Falco runs me down. And it's all a matter of just how well you're able to maintain defensive play, I think, for a lot of people.
I was talking to Sleepy earlier, and I said my favorite part about Melee is when